Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to say
Kal Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders of the great millstone. Salutations to the elect, which is word and truth. Sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy to the sincere Aquaf that listen. Alright, so we're the Hebrew Israelites, okay, and we come in week and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, this beast system, and to wake up the hopeful elect. Alright? This year is year of hasten is coming, dubbed by Zophar and real quick, can you look at the word hasten?
Yeah.
And then you said Job 20, right?
Here, hold up. He's gonna read before you go to Job 20. Get that precept.
Get that definition real quick.
This is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it.
Yeah, so more than ever, you know, this is the time where we're going to talk a lot about this prophecy. We're going to go into it because this is definitely a future prophecy. If you know who Seir is, right, you go back into that history, Esau, young, coming on the scene, okay? Also, when you go back into the book of Deuteronomy, it talks about when we were coming out of Egypt, coming out in that journey, we had to pass through Mount Seir, right? And it tells you, the record tells you who Seir, okay, that is good, that we're prophesying against, which it really goes back to Esau, simply put, okay? And it's no different. It's no different. When I say no different, what I'm really saying is, okay, the historical, that was prophecy back then, which is now history, and the prophecy says for today that we're going to be battling with this man forever. And the word, there's a word I want to bring out because I did that study on Seir. And, hey, you can't find it in the etymology.
Seir? Really?
No, they put the word spurn. S-P-U-R-N, spurn. If anybody can, I got $10 for anybody who can tell me what the word spurn goes back to. Spurn, S-P-U-R-N. Hey, you don't know, but you know, hey, by the way, they know the answer. They all know the answer. Goes back to the word heal. Heal. Can you believe it?
Funny. That's crazy.
No, don't believe me.
Wow.
Hey, don't believe me. Check it out. The word heal.
Wow.
You heal. Esau heal. Because it's his heel that Jacob grabbed. So he can get that blessing and become Yasher Allah. Heal.
Wow.
The seer is not, hey, look, hey, pull it up on etymology. Look for the word seer, S-E-I-R, and you'll see what they'll give you. Spurn. And then when you look at spurn, it'll blow your mind. That's the definition in there, one of the definitions. Heal. Isn't that something else?
Yeah.
It talks about also Irish, all this stuff. Esau tried to hide everything, right? But hey, but guess what? That's his job. He's a deceiver, a liar. He's all of a murderer, a rapist. He's all of those things, right? All we have to do is look into our history in how this man has dealt with the children of Israel. Okay? His MO is out there, and he doesn't like when we talk about him. And by the way, simply put, man, he knows who he is. And in those etymologies, he called himself a Hebrew. And he is a Hebrew. Hebrew Edomite. That's who you are. And you don't like when we bring out this truth, but that's our job, is to bring out this truth. All right?
Need a definition?
For which one? S-E-I-R? I can't even find it in here.
S-E-I-R.
No, Seir.
Etymology.
I can't find it on the app.
Yeah. It won't give you.
For spurn.
No.
Seir.
No, just go to, drop me the spurn.
Okay.
When I type in Seir.
Oh, like I didn't even find it. It's
Yeah, spurn, it just means to kick. and it says reject, scorn, despise.
Keep
And
going.
it says also
Spurn.
Middle Dutch, track of an animal, Greek, which means spiron, ankle,
Keep going.
to reject, spurn, Middle Irish seer, which means heel.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you
There you
put
go.
it.
So now you know. What do you mean interesting? You already know the answer. The answer, remember, the answer is always in the question.
It's true.
Even if it's an idiot question, you get an idiot answer. Alright? So let's get into this, man. Let's get into the scriptures, because this is a strange year. We pray that the Lord's go 100-fold speeding this thing up.
You got a definition of haste?
I got haste, so
Yeah.
it gives you everything. Haste, hurrying, haste, celerity, swiftness, speed, need for quick action, urgency.
Quick action.
Accelerate.
Yeah. Want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Finish
yeah.
it. Finish it.
Finish it.
Go there.
Always finish it.
Violent, undue haste, rashness, unwise.
That's
Violence.
interesting, because 2021 is going to be a violent year.
Yeah.
Right? That's all praise to Yahweh Hashem El Shai.
Con.
Esau, you can't hide nothing. Continue.
People
You know
don't
the
believe
word.
that, man. People believe that 2021 is going to be a better year than 2020. Or that's their hopes.
Yep.
That's a false hope. That's a false hope. Go ahead.
Unwise or unseemly quickness, to make haste, act quickly. This is Murray. Hurry along, urgency. Yeah, that's it.
And that's funny because me and Balzal, a couple weeks before 2021, we were talking about urgency.
Yeah.
Being that kind of spirit, urgency, getting things done and do. And I feel like 2021 is going to be like that. So we're going to be in a state of urgency, constantly. Because we're that much closer to our salvation, the destruction of this kingdom, but also Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
Alright, that's good. This is Genesis chapter 6, verse 11. The earth also was corrupt before Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, and the earth was filled with violence. It's not like brothers, violence, but we're not living in the days of Noah again, right? So these things that happened before, the marriages, people want to get married,
You get me the word
birthday
face.
parties, celebrations,
Okay, face.
all the different things that so-called
second
make up a
precept.
society when people want to go back to and calling it
Face.
normal. This
Set
was
thy
happening before in
face.
the earth, right?
Yep, got it.
Verse 12. And Yahweh Hashem
Actually,
Yahweh.
the word corrupted, I have it because it means basically a bribe or other wrong motive to spoil, right? Mainly, it pretty much means for better, for worse. Everything is going to the shit.
Right.
That's what it means for corruption.
Right.
So like since the time of Noah, everything has just gotten worse.
Right.
From the earth, from the food, to the soil, to the people, to the mannerism, the morals, everything's just gotten low.
Right.
Plastic is in everything. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. Brothers, it's not corrupt. That's what it is. For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. All flesh, including men and Lord, man. You know what I mean? It says that righteousness is a filthy rag. So no matter how much you think you do for the truth or whatever, Moses says filthy rag, but it's still dirty.
That's right.
Right? Verse 13. And Yahweh,
And that's why you can't boast either, man, because you got to look at your righteousness that you do. It's like you crawling in a dumpster and comparing it and trying to find the best piece of trash. That's how much your righteous rags are in the sight of the Lord. It's like
Filthy.
you crawling in a filthy dumpster trying to find the smelliest piece of trash. That's how you got to look at it. That's why you can't boast against each other and say that you're righteous than that other guy.
Yeah.
The only one who can really say that is Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
and remember that these words aren't our words. So you say, man, like how our brother speak, our brother teach. You know what I mean? Say, I don't want to be like that guy, man. That guy ever probably worse than you, right? You just read the Bible, right? Just reading what it says. It probably has a better way, a better technique. Because in everything, you need to have technique. So not all teachers are teachers, right? Not all students are good students. You get technique, listen, to learn, you I mean, because the repetition is a mother of skill. And to learn something, you read like 7 times to even get it. You can't. I really want to. It's repetition, man. All right.
Scripture says there's no respect of person, and that people reproach his righteous acts. Everything is a reversal.
Verse 13. And Yahweh, Hashem, said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. So now we are likened unto Noah, the spirit. So what Noah was doing back then is what we're doing now, right? And it was saying Yahweh Hashem is going to destroy the space, but back then it was with water. Now it's going to be with fire. It's kind of hard to believe because no one ever seen a missile shut off before. No one knows that, like the sounds it make and how devastating you're going to feel when you see it flying through the air. And it only take 30 minutes from some place to get here, man, right? And it will be televised, right? You'll be saying like this is alert on your phone, right, or on the TV or whatever you're doing, and you see them coming. And if you ain't coming with the truth, you're gonna shit yourself, man. Right? Just like when the race started falling back then, they were shitting themselves. No, let me. Right? And Noah had friends, like you guys have friends, and we have friends. I was like, yo, man, you're gone. Hopefully we're those men.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's it, brother.
Yeah, the first precept, back to what the brother was saying. This is Psalms 2:1, and it says, "Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing?" Now I bring this up because I made a point about the missiles, because back then water was something that people didn't see. Raining never really happened. But you know what? Even now, we've seen missiles drop like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We've seen missiles drop, but the world still doesn't take into consideration the devastation of that, of a missile dropping, because they don't think it's going to happen to them. The heathens imagine a vain thing.
Well, those are shit bombs, brother. Missiles look totally different. It's way more hyper terrible, right?
The ICBM missile.
Yeah, way terrible.
Yeah, there's different versions of the missiles.
Those are bombs. Like,
Okay,
the bombs were nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
nuclear and ICBM. I mean, not nuclear. Atomic bombs.
Atomic, okay.
And nuclear is totally different, man. It's like night and day.
So it says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?"
Yeah, that's a beautiful point. Waxing worse, which was already mentioned. Wax worse. So we're graduating now to those ICBMs. Continue from there.
That was it on the point, actually. You want me to keep reading?
It's good.
Hold that there because we're running ahead. We're going to go into Job 20. Those scriptures are going to come back, I think, anyway. Hey, finish off verse 2 because he's got the word face, right? Set thy face, because that's what the prophets do, right? The Lord's going to do a thing with them. So read verse 2 again, and he's going to bring out the word face, and then we'll go to Job 20.
This is Ezekiel 35:2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Right. So face. So that word face is very important.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, the human face, a face, facial appearance or expression, likeness, image.
Okay, stop there. So likeness and image, this goes back to the word, right? Because it's a prophecy. That's what the word face is going into, right? Let thy face. There's a scripture that says, let your face shine upon me, and give me peace. I might be grossly paraphrasing it, but it's talking about the Spirit of the Lord, the wisdom on us. So set thy face, right? So it's very important, as this brother just mentioned. It's not something you can get up and go do. The Lord has to put His Spirit upon you, which is setting His face, putting His power by way of His image. And we're in His image if you're an Israelite, but He has to bring His Spirit upon you. Go ahead, finish it off.
Countenance, look, appearance.
Yep.
Visage.
Visage. Okay. Yeah. You can see it. You can witness it when these people walk up and down, how they look at us.
Yep.
Continue.
To see, look, and pretty much that's it.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much the word I was looking for there is image and likeness, right? All right, so you got something?
Just to back you up on the
go
face.
ahead. Yeah, please.
This is Genesis chapter 4 and verse 14. Actually, I'll start at 13, and this is about Cain.
Yes.
It says, "And Cain said unto Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, my punishment is greater than I can bear. And this is when the Lord, he put that spirit of him being a vagabond, which is a wanderer, and he gave him the mark of leprosy because he killed his brother Abel, and then he lied about it, right? So
It says that about Seir as well.
right.
The man Seir was a wanderer and a vagabond.
Truth.
Go ahead.
And it says, behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. Because Esau, he doesn't have the face of the Lord on him right now. He has it on the left-hand side,
Yeah.
which is through wickedness, but through righteousness he doesn't know how to do.
Yeah.
And that's why this world is in the state that it's in. Because we have an unrighteous ruler, right?
That's right.
And it says, shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond. A fugitive is like a criminal on the run. And that's what he is. He's a criminal on the loose. And he knows that he's about to be in prison for 1,000 years, slavery, and then he's going to be annihilated. So that's why he's trying to run away from his judgment. And a vagabond, a wanderer, he goes into everybody else's home, steals their resources. He's everybody but himself, right? In the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And that's right, everybody's finding out who he is, that he's really the son of the wicked.
Yeah, they figure out his philosophies, his fuckery, democracy is all bullshit, and people are just trying to find ways. I should say, I'm talking about them. The men of the Lord has to prophesy and live a certain way in spirit and in truth, like Yahushua. But when they find out about it, they're trying to beat his system. But the damage is already done, right? They're trying to slay him. But you know what? The Lord has to put a spirit on them so that they can slay him. That goes back to the mall and all of this stuff. And the whore, not the whore, but the 10 horns, are they going to come against him? Continue reading that.
I'm finished.
There's actually more.
There's more? Oh,
There's more.
for-
Yeah, for face.
For face?
Yeah. Confront with assurance. Show a bold face. Deface, disfigure, meaning to cover with something in front. Turn the face forward. And that's it. That's
Yeah,
the face.
so it usually gives you, like anything else,